shoulder for good measure.
On this defense here. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025. Today. This one the other way. It's still going back. Got the track. Walks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money.
Takes his shot for Darby. Flag out. What is up, my Pitchfork Lunch peeps? Welcome into this very, very quick, abridged version of Pitchfork Lunch. I am Michael Carrasino at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter. You guys know it. You guys love it. Yeah, you see the women's hoop shirt as they are in Utah today, continuing Big 12 play. Do continue Big 12 play today. But we all know ASU football, the bowl game, the Sun Bowl, the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl in El Paso. Yes, it would be phenomenal to be there, but unfortunately not here. But again, quick abridged appetizer version of Pitchfork Lunch as we get set for, like I said, the Sun Bowl as they take on Duke. I told you I'd give you the depth charts, and I will do that. Yes, there are some playing that I noticed. There are some players playing that I thought that weren't, and I mentioned to you that they might not be, but they are on the bowl depth chart. So some that are there. Relique Brown is with the team. Shimon Mateer with the team, obviously. Both guys declaring for the draft, but not playing in today's game. So yeah, that is what is up. But yes, I'm Michael at Diablo00 on X, formerly known as Twitter. You check us live there normally every day, Monday to Friday, 12 to 1. But again, we're doing about a 15, 17-minute version, depth chart, women's hoops, or a little preview to the Sun Bowl, but women's hoops. And as they're in Utah trying to go 15-0, 2-0 in the Big 12, it would tie 15-0 would tie the longest win streak in women's hoops history. So, yes, that would be absolutely phenomenal to get. Also, that would put them 2-0 in conference play. So, yes, that is very phenomenal. You can check out the show live, like I said, at Diablo00 on X, formerly known as Twitter. My IG, Michael.Carrasino.5. Yes, I know, pretty simple. You just had a dot between my first and last name, and then a dot, and then a 5 at the end, and then look at that, bam, good to go. But the YouTube channel, guys, real quick, you know how to get to YouTube. You have missed a plethora of phenomenal con reviews, coaches, players, voices, insiders, alum, a phenomenal athletic director who, again, we will have on after the new year. Again, happy New Year's Eve, by the way. So, yes, that is what is coming up next. That being said, but go to YouTube, yes, and you can – if you've missed a lot, and again, like I say, where have you been? Shame on you, but I got you covered, as I tell many of you Pitchfork Lunchers. So go to YouTube. You see my name, Michael Carrasino, with the pages that M is in Michael, V is in Victory, C is in Champ, 005, at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe. Again, binge watch season 1, then take, relax a minute, and then binge watch season 2, keep watching season 3, and a lot of these con reviews will make sense to you. And yes, you do see the women's row shirt. They are in Utah today, so that is absolutely awesome sauce for the women's hoops. But nonetheless, so yes. But the depth chart, I promised I would get it to you. So yes. So the depth chart for the Sun Devils. Yes, offensively, we have Jeff Sims and Cam Dyer. So we'll definitely see. We know Sims is starting. We'll see him, and we'll see where they can go from here. That is that. The quarterbacks, and then running back wise, you have Jason Brown or Demarius Robinson. Wide receivers, the X position, we have Malik McLean and Jaron Hamilton, Turbo. Um, the F position, wide receiver, we have Derek Eusebio, Corey Butler Jr., and Kamari Anderson is more like a flex position. Obviously, Anderson tight end as well. But then the wide receiver Z position, Jalen Moss and Coben Bourget. And then the tight ends, Cameron Harpool, again, Kamari Anderson and AJ Aya. Left tackle, Jalen Clem and Deshaun Bryant. Clem will be starting. And then, Makai Stewart and Himento Obigbo. Himento Obigbo at left guard. And then the center, Wade Helton and Terrell Kim would be the second center. And then at right guard, Kyle Scott, as we know, he's playing this game. And then Makua Pule at right guard. And then the right tackle starting will be Champ Westbrooks. And then Rob Lapua Aho is the other right tackle for the Devils. So that is left guard. I didn't say Makai Stewart. I hope I said Makai. Yeah, Makai Stewart and Himento Obigbo at left guard there. But then defensively, the right defensive end, yes, he is playing Justin Watley or Prince Dorba and Albert Smith at right defensive end. The middle linebacker, Martell Hughes. Again, no Keyshawn Elliott that we do have. And then, Martell Hughes and Crew Jackson are the mics. And then the Wills, Jordan Crook, yes, playing next to Martell Hughes too. So Crook playing this game. And then Prayer Young Black Goat. Again, a young player has been in the program for a minute, been developing, and be interesting to see him getting that rotation as well. Cornerbacks, Nyland Green on one side, and behind him is Nico Clem. And then the other corner, Joseph Smith, and then Tony Lewis and Kuba are the corners. At nickel, we have the Devils will have Kendrick Breedlove and Montana Warren or Tommy Romano. That's at the nickel. And then strong safety, Miles Ghost Rouser is playing. See, I said the other day I didn't think Rouser was playing. Rouser is playing. So that is he'll be at a strong safety spot. Or Montana Warren can also rotate in there. He's the behind him, so he played nickel and some strong safety, which, again, Montana Warren, Coach Ward talked about him. You guys know I feel absolutely awesome. So that's a strong safety. Free safety, Kyan McDonald back in, and Ben Alafeo Lil is the other free safety. Special teams wise, place kicker, as we know, Jesus Gomez and Carson Kiefer. And then the punter, Kenyon Floyd, and punters Matt McKenzie. Long snapper, Tyler Wigglesworth and Cade Davis. And then kickoff specialists, Jesus Gomez and Carson Kiefer. So that is your guys are the Sun Devils. Too deep for you guys, which is absolutely awesome for the Sun Bowl. And, you look at this game, which kicks off in about 11 minutes. Duke is -3.5, and the over-under now is 49.5. So, guys, I'm picking the Devils. Come on now. We'll see what Jeff Sims has been, again, 3-1 as starter. And, yes, I know a little bit different. As I read you the too deep, there's some names you're like, wait. Oh, yeah, he kind of played a little bit. Or that guy was a special teams guy this year. Yes, as you guys know and see, but we'll see what they can do. But, yeah, you know me. I'm definitely picking the Devils to win the game as they I think they win it. I mean, you look at some of these bowl scores. Iowa's up right now 14-3 on Vanderbilt in the Quest Bowl, Quest Bowl. Michigan's playing Texas at 1 p.m. on ABC. That's in the Citrus Bowl, the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. But, yes, before that, 12 p.m., as you guys know, CBS, ASU, and Duke. And, yeah, I mean, you look at Duke, and, I mean, their quarterback, who has just been an absolute stud, Darian Mensa, who's thrown for 3,646 yards. Yeah, that's insane. And 3,646 yards. He's completed 68% of his passes, 30 touchdowns and just 5 interceptions, my friends. 30 touchdowns and just 5 picks. So, yes, and we know, like I said, 282 yards a game passing for Duke as they get it going all over. But for the Devils, look, Jeff Sims, like I said, we'll see what Derek Eusebio can do. Malik McLean, has come on, and Jaron Hamilton was banged up, healthier as the season gone on, and maybe Coben Bourget, Kamari Anderson get a few receptions, and Jason Brown Jr. at running back. Again, this kid very explosive. So yes, no Kyson Brown, as you saw. Again, no Raleek Brown, the ASU's leading rusher and number 2 in the Big 12, as you know. So that in and of itself is a challenge. But look, Coach Dillingham, there'll be some tricks in there. Whether it be a little bit of special teams, fake punt here, fake, maybe fake extra point, go for 2 again, have Jesus Gomez throw the ball. Absolutely awesome. So, but let's shift gears again, because I'm going to wrap up in about 4 minutes. But let's shift gears to women's hoops, guys. And you saw it on the way in. I'm gonna play it for you again, but I'll stay on screen. But yeah. The whole night, you can get it's now. Give it some levels back now, check it out. And her reaction to that is so, when you're saying a 5-4-3-2, you're facing the basket, it's not much stuff, like it was for Mari Washington Pro. Yeah. Her reaction there, absolutely epic. But yeah, just look at this. Look at the ball gets lost, the way he picks it up and just turns and cuts it, puts the arc on it, straight to the rim. Again, you got to talk about trick shot hoops. Absolutely phenomenal. So yes, shots of the first part of the non-conference play, first half of the season, I guess you want to say, for the Devils. And again, I don't know, tough to beat that shot for shot of the year, but we'll see. We got a lot more hoops to be played, right? But this afternoon, 2 p.m., they are taking on Utah. They're in Salt Lake City, and it's 2 p.m., and the game is on ESPN Plus. Yeah, the game is on ESPN Plus, and I want to say 10:60 a.m. as well, which is home of ASU women's hoops. So you can check that out as Utah, by the way, right now. In the Big 12, so obviously the Devils 14-0, 1-0 in conference play. Half the teams are 1-0. So Baylor, Utah, West Virginia, Oklahoma, BYU, TCU, Iowa State, Texas Tech, and ASU are 1-0, and the rest are 0-1. But ASU 14-0, guys, 14-0 unscathed. Well, 13-0 unscathed through non-con, takes out Colorado. They are undefeated at home, undefeated on the road, obviously too. So yeah, again, you will take that. The fact that they, votes to get into the AP again. Not even going to start because it's ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. But yes, Utah, who is 10-3 overall and 1-0 in the Big 12, by the way, as their first Big 12 game, they beat the team down south by 63-62. They slipped by Arizona, who's 9-3 overall, by the way, but 0-1 now in conference play. Is that team down south. But you look at Laney White averaging 14.2 points per game. And then you have Maddie Wilkie, who's averaging 9.6, and Renee Ross at 9.1. So, but yeah, their guard, Laney White, pardon me. I said Wilkie, pardon me. Laney White putting in some points for this team. Reese Ross is leading the team with 7 rebounds a game. And then La Sneed, she is leading the team with just about 4 assists a game. And then Maddie Wilkie, there's Maddie Wilkie, Lainey White leading in points. Maddie Wilkie, 1.5 steals a game. So, yeah. But for Utah, who, like I said, is 10-3 overall, and they have wins over top 25, or they lost to Washington, 72-61. They also lost to Syracuse 61-49, and UConn, number 1 team in the country, 93-41. That's their 3 losses. They won their first 3, lost 3 in a row after that, and then won with that win over the team down south. They won 7 in a row. So that is where Utah is at. But for our beloved Molly Miller's 14-0 Sun Devils, man, I mean, I know I talked a little bit about it, but whew, they like, you talk about scoring. I mean, obviously you got to talk Gabby Elliott, right? Because that young lady, 16.3 points per game, and McKenna Brackens just missed game 14.7. I mean, she's been so. You see what McKenna Brackens can do, and I mean, Molly Miller's talked about, when she saw she was in the transfer portal, going after her, getting her, and all that, and wanting her and going after it. So that, but I mean, between those two, 30 points a game. So yeah, that's obviously very, very, very huge. So, so yeah, it's going to be very interesting as the Devils go and take that. But just the way this team's played, I mean, Alicia Carrera, the transfer, but the Brazilian player, just getting more comfortable down low, working it down low. And then Martina Fantini, I mean, off the bench, I mean, her getting more comfortable in the American, obviously, college game, playing for was it the U20 Italian national team, and she did very obviously played very well with them, and just getting used to the game, but a little more, maybe a teeny bit more physicality, but I mean, just an absolute and then, like I said, Marley Washington's, I mean, last year Poa, her experience, but I mean, it's just, she's been a little banged up, her hand, but I mean, she's battled through. Jyla Vet coming back, like you said, from last year. Guys, this is huge. They go 15-0 and 2-0 in the Big 12. If they are not ranked on Monday, it would be insane to me. They do have BYU, obviously, Saturday. Again, we got to get to a few things. But what Molly Miller has done, guys, you can't it's just absolutely awesome. So, hey, but that is going to do it. Devils win the Sun Bowl football. My prediction, they beat Duke. It's a bowl game. I'm going to say they beat Duke 41-27. 41-27. Devils win, forks up, get their 20th win in 2 seasons. 9-4, they finished this season out, and they beat the ACC champs, who are not obviously playing in the college football playoff. And as Miami and Ohio State play tonight as well, I know you guys know that, but just real quick. So right now, Iowa's up 14-3, still on Vanderbilt. Then, obviously, the Devils and the Blue Devils about to kick off on a CBS again, sprinting over to watch that. And then Michigan takes on Texas. And then you have Utah, Nebraska later on this afternoon. And then at 5:30 local time, Ohio State, Miami in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas. So, yes, I got the Canes there, as you guys know. Nonetheless, hey, have a happy and safe New Year. It is New Year's Eve. Guys, be safe. Whether people have said throughout the years, it's amateur hour out there. Again, no need to drink and drive. There's many ways of transportation. I know if you're going downtown, you can hop the light rail for free. There's a Coors Light thing. Look it up. Yeah, they got you covered. So no drinking and driving. But yes, But enjoy your New Year's Eve. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas as well. Like I said the other day, by the way, no show tomorrow. I'll be back on Friday. Yes, back on Friday. Recap this women's game against Utah, the bowl game, obviously, and going forward there. So have a phenomenal New Year's, guys. I hope you had an amazing 2025 and make it just leads into an absolutely epic and amazing 2026. We know for the Devils Forks updated. I want to thank, obviously, again, phenomenal job. But thank everybody for checking Pitchfork Lunch out. And like I said, I'll be back on Friday, tomorrow off. Enjoy your New Year's. Like I said, be safe. Go Devils, 41-27 over Duke. And yeah, women's hoops team, they get the win. They go 15-0, 2-0 in Big 12 play. Loving it. So again, it is hashtag our state. Thanks for reigning back-to-back Big 12 champs women's volleyball for always reminding me of that and saying I should share that as I do. It is hashtag our state for your team down south. And you guys know it. As always, go Devils. And yes, Forks up.
I went to Arizona State.
Right.
I'm a Sun Devil, man.
27-yard line. That's a great call. Play fake. Plummer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Pull. Touchdown. Red flag.
Third down and 5. Levitt swings it to Scatterbo. Scatterbo breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Another touchdown.
Scatterbo is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure.
Chuck this defense here. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025.
Today. This one the other way. Still going back. That's the drag. What's up and down. Edwards pulls off and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money.